denizens of vacuumland, you golden ones out there, and as we wander through life's garden, we can only realize that one has to accept the good with the bad. And for this next hour, I have only the good to offer you. Music with a message this first hour of morning. It is the first hour of morning. I don't intend to woo you with honeyed blandishments, but rather to let the muse speak for itself. And what a loud, clear voice it does employ, doesn't it? Yes, Al, it does. From my dusty but tidy collection of whackings, we have the following. Music now by the Manitoba University Consort. And the Manitoba University Consort was founded and directed by Christine Mather and gave its first public concert in 1964. And the rest is absolute history. San Francisco, London, England, Edinburgh, Glasgow, Manchester, Geneva, Hanover, all over. Frequently heard over the CBC and the BBC. And early music, of course, demands versatility from its performers. And Christine Mather not only directs, but plays recorders, crumhorns, dulcian, lute, and occasionally viola and psaltery. An amazingly gifted lady, Christine Mather. And they're a group of 7 energetic people. Four nice-looking women and 3 nice-looking men. Rather woodenly posed, though. They look a bit like mannequins. There's a picture on the back of the label. Not bad photography. It's strange. There's a stiffness about them, but certainly not in their playing. Far from it. And here's something to tackle, let me tell you. 3 dances from Il Primo Libro di Ballet. This is by Maniero, and Maniero's collection was published in Venice in 1578 and contains many dance tunes popular in 16th century Europe. They apply today very definitely. And if you feel like dancing, don't hesitate to get up out of your beds or anything you want to do. Most are in pairs, they are. The second dance having the melody of the first, but in triple instead of duple meter. So do be prepared for that. This is the pattern of the first and third of this group. We're going to start dancing around the studio right now. We are. We're all excited. We listened to it beforehand. We're just panting with desire and anticipation. Here it is. That was good, wasn't it? The Manitoba University Concert. In their picture, as I said, their photograph, a rather unfortunate one. They gave no idea when. As a matter of fact, one of the men looks as though he's got his right foot twisted right around the chair permanent sort of spaghetti-like position, but beautifully done that was, I felt. 3 dances from Il Primo Libro di Ballet by Maniero, the Manitoba University consort, and that's under the direction of Christine Mather. Good going, Chris. And so stylish it was, so I don't know, so 1535-ish, sort of driving along haughtily like in their Stutz Bearcats and their raccoon coats. That's the picture I always get. That was the era, wasn't it? Now, and we're going to play something by Gluck from the Dance of the Blessed Spirits. And the Dance of the Blessed Spirits, I should say, from Orfeo, and it's a smashing piece, I think you'll agree. And the Orpheus legend is bound up with a history of opera, you know, from the very beginning. You take Eurydice by Peri, please. It's the first opera whose music is extant, and it was first produced at Florence in October 1600. But meanwhile in Italy, Claudio Monteverdi, for one, was creating all kinds of innovations. His Orfeo, produced in 1607, had 2 things never before tried. I can't think what they were. But this was all 100 years, more or less, before Gluck was born. Opera had sped to France, Lully and Rameau, and England, Purcell and Handel, for instance. But the art itself was becoming stullified. The art of opera was becoming stullified and moribund. It had degenerated into a string of recitatives and arias held together by a few duets and choruses. But worst of all, the singers had gotten completely out of hand. A vain lot at best, rather swinish. They were all wrapped up in themselves, and very haughty they were. They were not only permitted, but were expected to embellish an aria with any vocal gingerbread they were capable of. Went off in all directions, they did. But whether or not it had anything to do with the meaning of the text didn't count. But in Orfeo, Gluck put down his foot and rebelled against all the success. And Gluck, I think it's safe to say, was... What brought on that? Gluck. I'm sorry, it was the Gluck that... Clucking. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try and quiet them down. We'll start off right now with the Dance of the Blessed Spirits from Orfeo by Gluck. Gluck. That was the Rome Opera. All right, girls, just one. That was the Rome Opera Orchestra, Pierre Montu conducting Keep Those Chickens Quiet, Please. And that was the Dance of the Blessed Spirits from Orfeo by Gluck. Well, okay. That set them up, and I mentioned Gluck and got them. But I every dog deserves his day, I feel, and while chickens are a rather macabre, crabby lot, scabrous and so on, I've never known a chicken, as a matter of fact, who had any intellectual pursuits of any kind, just pecking peevishly about, angry and beady-eyed. Let's see, but some of them do work. These chickens I've got up in the rafters that may seem so undirected or misdirected, they're actually formed. Oh, they're quieting down now. They know what I'm going to say. They formed a little choir, and they would like to sing a piece for you, all you people out there in vacuumland, sent with love on behalf of chickens everywhere. Be cleared if there's any more laughter from the studio audience. They're trying up there. That's exactly. I don't think it was necessary to laugh at the chickens. They're quite a sensitive group, and they have a definite pecking order. You can hear now they're just absolutely exhausted after that. Oh, one squawked, but they're totally tired after that, and they retired up to the rafters and just sulkily put their beaks under their wings and are now sleeping the sleep of the just and satiated. They've had their day. They will be back another day. Willie Boskovsky Ensemble, dear Willie. Willie Boskovsky, violin and director. Charming little man that just flies about like a jack-in-the-box. And I don't think that any dance, if I may say I don't think, I do think that no dance music rivals that of old Vienna, if I may say so, in combining the most ravishing, open-hearted popular appeal with the artistry, and permanence of the finest musical craft. Ah, gad, Al, how nicely you say things. And no other dance music is so much a performer's as well as a composer's show. In the tradition of the history-making Vienna waltz, composers, there they are now, who led their small bands with violin and bow in hand. Here, Willie Boskovsky, the celebrated violin soloist and concertmaster of the Vienna Philharmonic Orchestra, and a group of first-rate, first-desk men. Listen to them, join me, and enjoy.
CBL now concludes its broadcast day. Owned and operated by the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, CBL is located in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and transmits on an assigned frequency of 740 kilohertz with a power of 50,000 watts. This is Leon Mangoff, thanking you for listening and inviting you to join us at 6 o'clock this morning for CBL's unique brand of early morning radio, which is much more than music. For now, good night and good morning.